Hello everybody! Welcome all over again to the first Reply Challenges 2022 live webinar. It's Enrico speaking from the Reply headquarters in Turin, and I'm here again to welcome all of you in this virtual space. It's live. We are live. It's 5 o'clock p.m. Central European time. And this is the Ask Us Anything webinar dedicated to the Reply Code Challenge 2022 that, as you may know, is about to happen on March the 10th, open to thousands of coders worldwide. Right now, the registration campaign is open, of course, with, again, many people, students, professionals, passionate people, or just teenagers, or depending on the level you have, beginner or proficiency, I don't know how to call them. We are all of you waiting. We are waiting all of you into the Reply Code Challenge 2022 in order to play together and have fun together on this competition dedicated to coding, open, as you know, on two different levels, the standard and the teen edition. But then, as always, I'm not alone, and I'm happy to welcome together with me into this live webinar all the people, part of the people dedicated right now into the realization of our code challenge. So I see appearing the faces of the Reply Code Masters team. I'm happy to welcome all of you guys. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi there. Pleasure to have you with us. I see that, guys, you did a great job with the background. You're perfect. It seems like, a perfect colors matching with our screen. I would start by welcoming, some are familiar faces of our webinars. Others are new. So I'm happy to welcome all of you here, starting by the Code Masters coach, the Reply senior partner, Marco Cusinato. Ciao, Marco.
Ciao Enrico, and hi everybody. Happy to be here again.
All right.
I was a little bit confused about the background because there is the red one that is for the standard and the blue one for the teen. But since we started at the beginning with the standard, I choose the standard one.
You're right. Absolutely true. I was remembering, Marco, that we started this adventure. It's already the fifth year, right? We started. Even this introductive webinar changed by a lot, but then we are again here in order to welcome all the people.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. And this is not only, this is one thing that we keep in the format, to have a moment, a webinar where we welcome the people in the meanwhile they're registering, but there is something new about the code challenge, but not just the code challenge, or how we realize the challenge. There will be time to talk about it in a moment. I would like to welcome again all the people. It's 5 o'clock right now, 5 and 3 minutes right now. We are welcoming all of you. Feel free, of course, to take your seat, to accommodate yourself. And as you know, this is an Ask Us Anything webinar, so don't be shy. Feel free to comment, to leave your comment in order to interact with the Codemasters team. Is it competitive programming or hackathon? There is the first question, Geek for Life, that is asking us. I would say it's competitive programming. That is the topic, I would say, of the Reply Code Challenge. I hope I'm answering right. And maybe the Codemasters might be better than me in answering this question. But then, nonetheless, to go on, feel free to propose us your question, your doubt about the Reply Code Challenge that will happen on March the 10th. And we are here again to answer all of your doubt that might happen about the standard or the teen edition. If I'm right, there will be together with us not only the Reply Code Masters, but even some Reply Ambassadors team member. I see, all right, two familiar faces. Hi, guys. Welcome with us on the webinar. I see Osge from the Politecnico di Torino.
Hello, I'm Osge.
Hi there.
Here.
Nice to have you with us, and Suraj as well, which is a familiar face of our Reply Challenge webinars. Hello, Suraj.
Hey there, how's it going?
Hi there, all good. Thank you for being with us today. We introduce time by time during our webinars some of the Reply Ambassadors team member, which are university students right now studying. And I would ask you, Osge and Suraj, to let us know where and what are you studying. Starting by you, Osge.
Okay, I'm studying computer engineering, bachelor's and second year in Politecnico di Torino. And
All right. Thank you. How is it going? Are you?
It is going good. Right now, I think we are more focusing on my field related subject in the school currently, because we are passing through the subject that are needed, and now more focusing on the ones that are actually.
All right. Is it the exam period ending right now, or still
The
you have some
first
exams?
exam period ended
Okay.
a week ago. Right now, the second semester started for me.
All right. So good luck, of course, for your studies here in
you.
Turin at the Politecnico di Torino. Moving to Suraj, would you present yourself, man?
Sure. Yeah, I'm based in Aachen, Germany, a small town in the very west of Germany, doing my master's. So I'm in my second year of the program in social data science.
All right.
Yeah.
How is it going? Exam period right now, or already ended?
In my exam phase right now. Yeah.
Okay.
But this is going to go on for another month or so, and then the next semester starts.
All right. So, question for both of you: have you already registered to the challenge? Are you about to play with us on March the 10th?
I have registered with one of my friend. Actually, my friend is my sister, so I'm waiting 2 of my other friends, because I let them know, so they will join, I guess. So.
Okay. Good for you, and we will welcome you. And Suraj, what about you? Still thinking about it?
Unfortunately, I won't be able to. It's conflicting with an exam I have, so I'm just a bit shy to commit to something else on the side as well.
All right. We will welcome you in other challenges, maybe in the future. And but nonetheless, we welcome all the students and the people who wants to play with us during the Reply Challenges program. And again, the first in 2022 will be the Reply Code Challenge happening on March the 10th. Registrations are open, and since I've presented pretty much all of you, and I will be with the Codemasters team member in a minute. I will start by sharing the presentation we have prepared in order. Thank you very much to the control room doing their job in backstage. Here is what are we talking about. At 4:30 p.m. Central European time, there will happen on March the 10th the Reply Code Challenge. So the secret problem statements will be released for both the standard and the teen edition, and there our players will have 4 hours in order to solve the problem and yes, of course, submit their best solution on challenges.reply.com, which is our beautiful platform. Everything will happen online. And as Ozge has already announced you, the game is team-based. So in order to participate, you have to shape a team made by at least 2 or up to 4 team members. Of course, we are happy to welcome thousands of people from everywhere in the world. This is literally one of the biggest code challenge ever. Not only talking about Reply, but even, in an international perspective, the Reply Code Challenge that reached its 5th edition is one of the biggest coding competition ever. And so we are happy to welcome all of you from all the countries in the world. In order to register to the platform, you have just to visit challenges.reply.com again, and the registration will close on the 9th of March. So one day before the day before the challenge itself. This is the timeline. We have already talked about it, from 4:30 to 8:30, and the challenge will end there. There you will see a temporary leaderboard, because the Codemasters team will require some times in order to evaluate the best submissions and then officialize the final leaderboard in order to award the podium. And so the winners of the challenge, that for the standard edition will see a MacBook Pro for each member of the first ranked team, and then the Oculus Quest for the second place, and the Apple AirPods Pro for the third. We are always talking about one device for each member of the team ranked on the podium, so you don't have to split anything at your side. And this is what we are talking about for the Reply Code Challenge Standard Edition, and there we will talk about the Teen Edition. But then I see already some questions appearing, and so why not to answer to one of it at least. I see Team Up asking any advice for first timers. this is a good question. Who is the code masters who wants to share an answer on this? Team up. Any advice for first timers in the code challenge?
If you want, I can start, and someone
Sure.
of the others can add. And since we just heard from the student of the Polytechnic of Turin studying computer science,
sure.
The advice is not to do what you have learned at school. I mean, because in this competitive programming, you have to do the thing in the most possible fast way. As Giuseppe, one of our codemasters, said one time, this is code that you have to throw out of the window at the end. So the first suggestion is to find the solution to the problem in a very fast way. Obviously not the best solution, but having a first draft, and after that trying to refine it, because otherwise you are losing too much time, and at the end you have nothing.
True.
I mean, this is very true for the standard edition. Let me say not so much for the teen, and perhaps Gaspare can elaborate on it.
Yep, absolutely. We welcome Gaspare from the Codemasters team. Ciao, Gaspare.
Hi, Enrico.
Hi
yes.
there.
So the suggestion from Marco is can be used also in teen edition, but with more further look up of the solution, because it's true that the code you will write after the end it won't be useful, so you can throw your code away after the challenge. But this doesn't mean that you have to write bad code, because writing a code in a fashion way, writing code in a good way helps you by debugging, and for this kind of competition, debugging your solution it's very useful. Because for the teen edition, you have a correct solution or an incorrect solution. So if you spot the bug in the short amount of time, you will be advantaged during the competition. So in the standard edition, we write more or less optimized code. So we will have a solution more or less good, but in the teen edition, you have only correct or incorrect solution. So debugging, it's very important for this kind of challenge.
Thanks, Gaspare and Marco, for answering the first question of our webinar. So as you see, guys, we are live. Just share your doubts, and I will forward those to the Codemasters team connecting with us. And time by time, we will answer, of course, question coming in. I already see a couple more, but then nonetheless, by sharing the slide that right here. Thank you very much, guys. In these slides, we have pretty much summed up the two editions of the Reply Code Challenge 2022. On the same day, same time, we will play on two different editions, the standard one and the teen edition one. The standard is open, of course, to university students and professionals. Why not? Then the teen edition is for high school students aged from 14 to 19 years old. And there will be many different prizes, but then, as I said, the MacBook Pro and other devices for the podium, and instead for the teen edition, there will be money directly. We're talking about money, 5,000 euro for the winning team to be split among the different team members, and then 2,000 euro for the second and 1,000 euro for the third. This is a recap of the two editions of the Reply Code Challenge. We are kind of used to. It's already, as we say, the 5th edition of it. But then time by time, stuff changes, and we evolve the program. In the meanwhile, we are shaping it together with you, thanks to the feedback of all the participants, which are generally always happy of participating in the challenge. So if you're still thinking about it, don't miss this opportunity. We are literally talking about an opportunity of learning, something to have fun together with your friends. And I would say to check your level and your skills. That might be a university level or a high school level, but then it's an opportunity of learning and having fun at the same time. And why not to win some prizes as devices or money? In the meanwhile, you are learning something. I see a question coming from a friend, which is Rishu SVR. I hope I'm saying it right. And he's asking, I want to know more about the Reply Code team. I'm assuming about the Reply Code Masters team that is connecting with me right here. And I'm happy to show you the faces of the repliers. So the members of the Reply company that are involved in order to realize this beautiful competition, which is the Reply Code Challenge. We are talking about people that are working in Reply, so doing their business day by day for our clients, for the Reply group, of course. But then they are saving a little amount of time, not that little actually, in order to present and prepare you the best Reply Code Challenge all years. And so I would say thanks to you guys. Some of the faces you see are right now connecting with me, but nonetheless, there are some more others that are working in the backstage. I would like to involve you guys in describing a bit the process and how you realize the challenge, starting from maybe one of the senior member, Mirko. Question for you: when did you start to realize the challenge that will be live on March the 10th?
Generally, we start some month before, on the summer before. So we started working on it on September.
Okay.
After summer holidays, so we start by brainstorming what will be a good problem. So decide what the challenge will be, what will be the challenge we will provide to competitor. So when we decide on our problem, we start preparing the formal rules. So writing down what will be the constraint, what will be the format, and so on. After all is written, we start coding the software that is used on the challenge platform to evaluate and score the submission from the challengers.
Sure.
After this, we start testing it. So we play the challenge. We try to see if it works. We try to check whether the problems are good. We make it better, and so on, until the end of the day of the challenge, when it is live and all people can prove it themselves.
Sure. This year it changed a bit, right? I mean, you guys, you've participated in if the control room can share the presentation, I would show you a bit of the experience that during the past month you have done. I'm playing some videos. There are, actually, the guys here have been, how to say, you travel in some beautiful places around the world in different weekends in order to prepare the challenge. And you are seeing right now some little social videos that are that are reminding you the experience. Different location, different moments during the past months, but then nonetheless, a lot of fun, I guess. But then moments where to prepare the challenge, right? Who wants to share some memories about it? I see snow and sea at the same time, and then there have been wine moments, right? Riccardo, did you like the weekends to design the challenge?
Yeah, quite a lot. It was impressive. Yeah.
That's a
lot of wine also.
Yeah, I think
the
so.
Last one.
But then code quality improves with wine, right? Or beers, depending on the. All right. You have an idea of how the Reply Code Masters team is shaping the challenge. So literally, again, they are investing time and energies in order to design the best challenge we can offer you as participants. And we are, of course, happy to welcome all of you on March the 10th on challenges.reply.com to play with us in the Reply Code Challenge 2022. We talked about the workflow, I would say, how the challenge has been shaped during the last months, a bit about, of course, in general, about the challenge. There are still some stuff we have to talk about, and specifically on the campaign, on the registration campaign that is running on right now. There is a question coming from Agente, I guess it's an Italian name, but Agente 3X. What's the evaluation exactly based on during the competition? I don't know if it's about the standard or the teen, but then nonetheless, I would like to answer this question for both of them. Who wants to take it?
I can go one for the standard.
Yep.
So for the standard challenge, there is a score on the problem statement, the rule for which each solution are given a score. There is no right solution. So the goal is to get the best possible score and improve the score. Then at the end of the challenge, each submission for the
Mirko, sorry. If we have done a good work, there is no the best solution.
Yes, right.
That's always important.
No best solution. So there will a continuous improvement in score during the whole challenge. And then, for each submission, the score for each submission are summed. So the best score for each team is evaluated, and the teams with the best score at the end of the challenge wins. If in some case two teams have the same score, the first one who scored is the better position than the other.
Never happened, actually, if I'm remembering right.
One time happened.
Oh,
one
wow.
time happened. But only
and
one.
To add one thing on the standard, I mean, there is the problem is just one. So the problem they have to solve is one, but in different situations. So there are different inputs for the problem that are figuring out different situation of the problem. And the final result is the sum of the best score for each solution to each input they submitted, as Mirko explained.
Thank you. And this is for the standard edition. We hope we have answered the question coming live. Again, I'm still stressing you guys watching us on challenges.reply.com. Propose us your question. And as well, since I have forgot about it, repliers are watching us on Chick Norris television. And so even the repliers who wants to participate in the code challenge are welcome, of course, in sharing their questions about the challenge that is about to happen on March the 10th. Back to the question, we have to answer about the teen edition. If I'm right, Maurizio, it's your turn.
Yes. For the teen edition, unlike the standard, we have 5 different problems split by difficulty. So the first problem is the easiest and the last is the hardest. But each problem has 5 different levels. So you can score points uploading the correct answer for the level. So you can upload the output file that solve the problem correctly. So you can earn point uploading an answer incorrect. So this is the main difference between standard and teen competition.
We can make a step back, I would say, in giving a better description about the two different kind of problems we are talking about. For the standard edition, we're talking about an optimization problem.
Yes.
We have mentioned about it a bit, but then maybe Umberto, would you like to better explain what we mean with optimization problem?
Yeah, sure. So the idea behind the standard problem is to have a problem which is hard to solve. I mean, it has an optimal solution, but should be impossible to find it in the 4 hours of the challenge. So the idea is not just to use a known algorithm to solve a problem. The idea is that this is an hard problem, and you should try to mix different algorithms and different techniques to try to find the best solution in the time you have. The point is that you're gonna have the same problem, but with different inputs. This means like a kind of different levels of difficulties. So basic on the inputs, you should you should do an algorithm in that can be like tuned, and it can be adapted on the different inputs, because you won't, at least if we did a good job, you won't be able to find the optimal solution in 4 hours, but you need to be you need to tune your algorithm, your parameters, in order to find the best solution for the different levels, for the different inputs you have.
All right, so and then we can immediately make the comparison with the algorithmic problem of the teen edition, even if Maurizio already pointed this out, explained it. But then, Maurizio, is there anything you want to add?
No, because at the end, the main difference is this. In standard edition, you can try with your first algorithm, and then you can optimize it to gain more points for the scoring. Instead, in the teen edition, you have to write a perfect algorithm to solve the problem in the correct way, and then you can go on for the next level. This is the main difference. But you have to stay away because you have a limited amount of time to upload your solution. But if you want, we can talk about this later when we speaking with the teen edition.
Sure, absolutely. I see on the chat that Osge might have a question for you guys.
Yes. So my question is, since I checked the reply page about the challenge, and it actually had some kind of exercise problems, so it is like a general question for everyone else, also for the teen edition. Like, if we want to practice, how the question types will be really much similar, or how much is similar that we can expect it to be, so that we can practice on them.
You mean the training section on the platform, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
there I guess, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, you can easily have a look at the past edition problems that are, of course, a way to understand which kind of problems are we talking about. But then, nonetheless, the problem on March the 10th will be different. And then, I don't know, who wants to... I don't know.
Since also you're going to the Polytechnic of Turin, and I'm old enough that I have a daughter of your age doing the same school, so I was trying to help her in the exam. It's like the preparation exam you have at the Polytechnic of Turin. So more or less the same. In our case, I think more similar than the exam at the Polytechnic of Turin, because usually the text exam are simpler than the real one. In this case, as Enrico pointed out, in the platform, you can find all the past edition problems. So obviously, this one will be different, but are quite similar in the level of difficulty.
A very demanding exam. We described it this way. Not an easy one, demanding, but the kind of exam you can do with your friends. There is a difference, I guess, between the others. This time you can work together.
But I can actually make my question a little bit bigger, so that, for example, can we expect a problem that is real life related or a lot in detail, for example, a realistic problem, or is it expected that the problem is not so much realistic, but it is assuming that we should work on something that is only looking for our programming knowledge? Like, are we solving a real problem in general?
Yeah, thanks for your question, because it's absolutely in our schedule to talk a bit about it. About this year topic, because of course we can't disclose the full problem. It's too early. You have to wait on March the 10th to understand it. But then I guess, Mirko, you can talk a bit about it, right? We have a topic. All the years we have those. Last year, if I'm right, it was about 5G and antenna. I mean, yes, the dislocation of the different how to call those? Please, guys, help me. The antennas, the way we
The
are.
antennas, the base
Antennas, all right.
station for accessing the mobile network.
Thank you very much, Marco. And this year, the topic will be completely different. Mirko, would you talk a bit about it?
This year, the topic will be video games. So the problem is relating on playing a video game. So sort of manage the resources your video game character has and beat the enemy you are before you. The topic is generally taken from something from real life or something someone must have really experienced. Obviously, there is some level of abstraction that make it more a theoretical problem. So you don't expect really to build something that you can really apply on the reality, but there is some level. Also because to make it difficult, generally there's a lot of big input and so on.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Then, nonetheless, thanks for your question, Ozge, of course, and feel free to share even more as well. For invitation open to Suraj as well. Again, those two students together with us, Ozge and Suraj, are part of the Reply Ambassadors team. And you can learn more about it by visiting ambassadors.reply.com. A team of more than 100 university students spread all over the world, right now studying and collaborating with the Reply in order to work together and to present themselves to Reply. In the meanwhile, they are still studying. If you want to learn more, again, the page is Ambassadors. I guess on the graphic you were seeing, an S was missing, .reply.com. Thank you, guys. Exactly. This is the page you can visit and where to apply for the program if you are interested into it. Again, a great opportunity for you all to present yourself to Reply in the meanwhile you're still studying. Back to the code challenge topic. We passed pretty much the half of our time right now, guys. We still have many things to talk about, but then nonetheless, if there are questions, please feel free to share those on challenges.reply.com, or eventually, if you are a replier, on Chick Norris TV platform, the internal TV platform, open to all the repliers. Since we have talked about the standard edition and the university level of it, let me say, I will introduce another of the new things that happened this year. And I'm talking about the University Students League that we have open registration for. Let me talk a bit about it. By registering to challenges.reply.com, you can point out which university are you studying. Of course, if you are a university student right now, or even if you have already reached your final degree and you are, of course, a former university student, you can point out which university you are studying right now or have you studied in the past, and by collecting the points into the challenge on March the 10th, you will contribute to to this University Students League. So the university, on top of this ranking at the end of the challenge, will win a fantastic Reply arcade game for the university that will be on top of the ranking. By simply playing in your teams, you will contributing to the University Students League. This is a new thing we have opened up. We are proud of, because we want to strengthen the connection between university and the Reply Code Challenge. And so you will work in order to win for your university a Reply arcade game that will be placed into the campus at the end of the challenge, just for the number one university in the ranking. And you can play, nothing changes at your side. You will simply play with your team. Teams can be shaped by different university by students of different universities, no problem about it. But then nonetheless, if your university will be on top by simply doing the sum of each of the members participating in the Reply Code Challenge, university on top of the ranking will win a Reply arcade game. I guess it's a new thing. It's funny, of course. We just, again, want to to strengthen the relationship between the Reply Challenges program and universities. And so please don't be shy. Share with us which university have you studied before or are you studying right now in order to compose the University Students League. Here you can see just a few logos of the universities that are right now appearing on the map. We have some Italians and international universities, of course. But then if you want to contribute in this, just share with us in the platform on your profile which university are you part of as a former alumno or right now as a student. And this is a funny way, again, in order to play together. Is there anything you want to share, Codemasters, about this opportunity? I will start by asking you, we have in our panel today some Politecnico di Torino students, as Marco and me and Osge. Is there anyone else from Polito? Don't think so. Riccardo, where have you studied?
Ca' Foscari University of Venice.
Oh, wow. Ca' Foscari. So there might be some other students there, I guess so.
I
Umberto?
hope so. I tried to convince them also.
I studied in University of Bologna.
Bologna, all right. So Italy as well. I ask Mirko.
I'm from Politecnico in Milano.
Milano, Polimi, all right. Maurizio?
Polimè, Politecnico Messina.
Messina, down in Sicily. And
Yes.
we close the loop with Gaspare.
So I'm studied from the University of Pisa.
Pisa, okay, that's perfect. We have many different Italian university. Suraji, will you repeat me your university in Germany?
RWTH Aachen. So
RT, okay, the Aachen University, RTWH University that I know quite well. You can see just, again, 9 people here, and I guess more than 5 or 6 different universities all over the world. And so we are happy to have an endless list of different universities playing together in the Reply Code Challenge on March the 10th. Of course, the arcade game is just a nice and funny prize and a way to present us your university and collecting as many students as we can into the game together with us. I see Davil sharing a question. Why are 16 years olds and 19 years olds in the same category? That's literally a 3-year gap of experience. I guess we have to point these out differently, or I mean, it's for the teen edition, Gaspare. Yeah, it's true. There are different levels, I guess so, in the teen edition as well.
Yes, I think that the main reason is that the standard edition began 1 year before the teen edition. So we keep the same rules from the standard edition, then we add the teen edition. The standard edition starts from 16 years old, so every student from the last year of high school and university and professional. And then we want to create a whole new challenge dedicated only to high school students. So this explains the 3 years gap where you can choose where to play in teen edition or in the standard edition.
Similar
by the way,
Marco.
Gaspare, I think the last winners were not 19-year-old guys, but more 16-year-old guys, if I remember well.
You're right in sharing, absolutely, because it's not a matter of your age, I guess, but to show us how good you are in solving the problems that we presented to you. I see some messages appearing from a friend, Awa. 2 questions that might be. One is, I am 13 years. I'm only 13 years, 6 months, and 10 days. Could I still join the competition? Good point. Wow, we are live. So let me say, we officially it's a no, because the terms and condition talks very clear that you have to be 14 years old. Nonetheless, guys, form a team with your friends and play with us, okay? And we are happy to welcome you together with a team of a team of other team members that might be into the rules, okay? This might be a way to answer, I hope so, at least. Okay, so we talked about the University Students League. There is another cool program that we want to present in the minutes that we have. Next 20, still other 20 minutes to present you the Reply Code Challenge. We are talking about the Train and Win program, open to the teen edition. So in order to train yourself for the Reply Code Challenge teen edition on the platform, you can see the for each of the week till March the 4th, we have released a set of problems that you can try to solve, and week by week there will be a winner, an high school winner with the highest score that will receive 2,000 euros and a special coding course for the students participating in this Train and Win program. So this is a way to train yourself as an high school student for the Reply Code Challenge that will happen on March the 10th. But nonetheless, during the 3 weeks of the registration campaign, and we are right now entering into the 3rd week of campaign, you can train yourself and literally win some money for the school you are studying into, and a special coding course by simply solving the problems that are released on the platform. 3 different problems, one for each week, and until March the 4th, the high school with the highest score will receive 2,000 euro and a special coding course. We already have the first week winner. We are right now evaluating the leaderboard for the 2nd week, and you can already play for the 3rd week. This is the Train and Win program, open to the high schools that wants to play in the Reply Code Challenge on March the 10th. So please, I mean, again, if you want to learn more, visit challenges.reply.com, and we will welcome all of you into this program. I don't know if there is anything that you want to add, guys, about this. Otherwise, I see a question coming from Chick Norris Television that I can share you. Our colleague Christian Locatelli asking a question out of curiosity. Are the solutions you as a team come up with when trying to solve the problem in the testing phase usually better than the ones found by challengers during the competition?
Never. We know, never.
Marco, answer pretty clear.
No, never has been, and also to share with all the world, usually the people outside of Reply, so the non-repliers are better than us.
That's the point.
That's the point to, let me say, to foster our colleagues to play harder, let me say, during this competition. We not mix the 2 leaderboard, but obviously we know that the points got from the outside guys from Reply are better.
Let me say, Marco, even that some of the players participating in the standard edition outside of Reply are literally competitive programmers doing this as a job. So
absolutely.
I'm just defending the repliers, okay? Shall I? Thank you.
And by the way, I think 2 years ago, I also challenged our colleagues working on quantum computing on having a better result, better than the winners. And at the end they did, but with very few points more. So the solution that the winners are going to find are very, very close to the best one.
Wow, that's cool and super interesting, by the way. So we definitely answer the question coming on Chick Norris Television by our friend Christian. And so again, if you have other curious questions that you want to share, this is definitely the moment where to do it. We'll be live for the next 15 minutes for this Reply Code Challenge Ask Us Anything webinar. So guys, again, ask us anything and we are open to answer you. Dave is asking, will all of this be online? Yes, of course. Everything in the Reply Code Challenge will happen online on March the 10th. The website, again, is challenges.reply.com, the same platform where you are invited to register yourself, your friends in the team that you want to play together, of course, in order to have fun and learn something. Nonetheless, I'm talking a bit about the referral program that is open in order to collect some goodies, some gadgets about the reply challenge word by visiting again challenges.reply.com. You will see a button which is spread the word. By clicking on it, you will enter the referral program. You will have, as usual, dedicated your personal referral link that you can spread all around the web, of course, on social media or Telegram or WhatsApp or Teams or whichever is the channel you want to. And by collecting registration to the challenge, so people actively forming a team and about to play the challenge on March the 10th, you will have the chance to collect some freebies. You see the opportunities you have right here. So by successfully inviting 3 friends, you will win a challenge tips and tricks guide full of secrets. So this is worthy to share with you, full of secrets with just 3 friends registered, invited by you and registered to the challenge. You will gain the opportunity to learn something more that we are not about to disclose right here in the webinar. And then you see, by proceeding with 5 friends, you will win a limited edition sticker pack, 10 friends to get the official Reply Challenges t-shirt, as the one I'm wearing right now. With 30 friends, the original Reply backpack. Wow, that's a beautiful prize. With 100 friends, you will win a pair of AirPods Pro, and win the 300 friends a super cool branded arcade game just for you, as the one we have presented for the University League. So guys, do your best in order to invite your friends to the Reply Challenges world, and by collecting more friends, again, invited by you and effectively registering to the challenges, you will gain some great goodies. This is the referral program for the Reply Challenges that will be on not only for the code challenge, but even for the others like the investment, the creative, and the cybersecurity that will follow during 2022. Last but not least, if you have any need in order to find a teammate in order to prepare for the challenge and play together with us, there is a Telegram channel, which is Find Your Teammate Telegram channel. And there you see already some about 600 team members. You will have the opportunity again to look for team members that are again working, are somehow alone and wanting to join an existing team. And we have some beautiful stories about it with people make friends and having again the opportunity to play together in the challenges world. Feel free to join the Telegram channel. The link is replychallenges.com/findyourteammate. You can enter into the channel and again presenting yourself and trying to get some friends playing with you. Osge, this might be an opportunity. If you and your sister wants to play together with some coders worldwide, just visit Telegram.
Yes, I actually asked a lot of my friends, but this might be another question of mine, because even though they study like me, some people change the major, so they don't feel like they have the background. Like, should they enter, they will learn something from this challenge, right? Because I was trying to put them in this challenge while they were a bit
that's a good point. Asking you, the Codemasters team, which is the background, the basic level that a challenger has to have in order to participate. Standard edition, talking about the standard edition.
I mean, they need to know how to code, and speaking about the standard edition, as we already said, is not about finding the exact algorithm, but trying to mix different algorithms to get the best solution possible. So also a little bit of creativity for this kind of challenge could be useful. I think for the teen edition is a little bit different, because since we have to find the exact solution, you need to know in more details the specific algorithms to solve the problem. So, and if you say different, a slightly different skill set for the two kinds of competition. And obviously the standard edition that is for the grown-up guys is more difficult, because there is no an exact answer to the problem. But I mean, since also this is a challenge that you are participating in teams, obviously inside the team, someone that is very good in coding and very good in knowing the algorithm is needed, but also someone that has, let me say, lateral idea, thinking out of the box could be very useful.
Yes, thank you.
Maurizio was sharing in the backstage chat something about the training session, right?
Yeah, we have in our platform the learning section, also the basic knowledge section, where you can read the basic knowledge that you could know before starting the challenges. So register through challenges.reply.com and you can see all the section where you can try to learning something, try to with the past challenges also to learn something about our section that we did.
A very practical question from Davil. How will teams work online? Break rooms? I guess that the person here asking the question might mean there is on the platform a way to collaborate if we are on remote on different locations. I would answer that not through the platform. I mean, you can organize yourself in break rooms like any kind of tool you want, like Teams or Zoom or Meet or whatever. But on the platform, there will be the opportunity to communicate with the Reply Code Masters team in order to try.
And also among the team members, I mean, but just by a chat. So if you want a break room, like let me say a video conference, you have to set it up by your own. Using the platform, you can, let me say, chat with your team members, but more important, with the Codemaster, if you have some doubts, some question to ask that the Codemaster could answer, you can use this chat and only the team members will see what you are asking to the Codemaster and the answer to that.
Talking about the platform, Marco, there are many other tools. Way to understand the leaderboard and your code submissions on the platform, right?
Yes, right. The platform is real online and also real time. So as soon as you submit a solution, quite immediately, let me say in this way, or in very few seconds, you can see the result. That is, if is the Teen Edition, if your answer is correct, you get the points for the correctness. For the standard, you see the points that your solution has got. And also immediately, apart from the last half an hour in which we freeze the leaderboard, you can also see your position in the leaderboard.
That is always funny, at least for me, that I'm watching as a spectator the challenge to see the lines of the different teams competing live, and at the latest minutes. Actually, it was last year that in the last minutes we had a real change in the leaderboard, right? Something really happening live.
Yeah. We had someone, if I remember well, someone exiting the podium, someone entering just in the last minutes of the challenge.
All right, so you will see it happening live as we are right now on March the 10th on challenges.reply.com. We'll be live with the live streaming as well in order to welcome all of you. And in the 30 minutes before the challenge starting, we will welcome you all. Thousands of registration in the challenge. And I see another question coming from Rishi Khan. Trivial, why is it called Reply Code? I guess it's Reply Code Masters team. I mean, man, it's kind of easy. The point is about all of the point is about coding, and the team behind the challenge has been called the Reply Code Masters, due, of course, to their experience and proficiency on the topic. They are asking me to remind all the repliers connecting with us. This is just for the repliers, but nonetheless, we are here in order to talk with them as well. There will be the opportunity in some of the reply offices to organize some hubs. So some physical opportunities of meeting and gatherings together where to participate to the Reply Code Challenge. We are trying with some universities as well, not yet possible in many different locations due, of course, to the pandemic. So we are still trying to gain some spaces, to gain some opportunities about it. You will be informed if we are able to, at least on the biggest university we are in contact with. Nonetheless, this opportunity will be for the repliers on March the 10th. You will be able and invited to register in order to participate and to play in the Reply Code Challenge from one of the Reply offices in the hubs we are organizing. I see a question coming from Rishab. As a newbie, how do I approach the optimization problem which we get in the challenge? As a newbie, I don't know. We have talked about it a bit, but I would say best way to learn how to approach is to learn on the learning platform, and so trying to experience yourself with the past problem. Is there anyone wants to add something?
I mean, the best thing is to have a look at the past problem, and also, if I remember well, but guys, correct me if I'm wrong. We also shared the code of the winners of the last edition, the leaderboards, if I remember well. So you can also take a look at the past solutions for the optimization problem. But I don't know if I'm right on this point.
Please, guys, support us.
Mirko, do you remember if we share the solution of the winners of the past edition?
I think yes, but
I think yes. Okay. No one of us is remembering. I check.
Yeah.
I check. Why you go ahead? You go ahead.
Backstage
Yeah,
people
I
are
just
telling me
checked
yes. Yes, we do
yes,
confirm.
I just checked on going on the holder on the training on the older edition. There is also the code for the.
Because guys, you are so focused on the next edition that you forget about the past one. Okay, so you are immediately removing the past from your minds. But then yes, Suraj is checking live, right?
Yeah.
Have you found it?
Yeah,
thanks for your support.
It's on the website.
Yeah. There is on the if you go on the oldest on the older challenges, there is the old leaderboard, and on the leaderboard there is also the code for the past submissions.
Okay, so
that's the best way to look at the end, to look at the past edition problems, try to solve them, and also have a look at the solution that won this past edition.
Yeah, so on again, we reinforce the message by visiting challenges.reply.com. The learning section is so wide that definitely that's the best way in order to test yourself and trying to check if your coding experience, coding skills are somehow enough, even if, let me say, we definitely reinforce the message, just try for yourself. Of course, registering is for free. You have the opportunity to have fun with other team members, because again, participation is on team-based. And so why not? There's nothing you can lose. There is just an opportunity of learning and having fun together. On March the 10th at 4:30 Central European Time, the challenge will be on with the problem statement release for both the teen edition and the standard edition. And then we will have 4 hours of fun all together. We will comment the challenge live with the Codemasters at the beginning and at the end of the challenge in order to check who will be the winner of this 5th edition, thousands of participations worldwide, as always. And so we are welcoming all of you in the challenge on March the 10th. Guys, we reached the end of
Enrico, can I add just one thing? Because I see here on the comments Awa that is insisting in participating in the challenge also if she is just 13 and not 14. I mean, I think that the formal answer is that no one can forbid Awawa to join the challenge, let me say, online. But if her team will win, they are not eligible to get the prize. That's very clear. So they can have fun with us as well, but if perhaps they will be the winner, obviously they are not eligible to get the prize because we are very strict on the rules.
Nothing to add, and thanks for answering, Marco. We welcome our friend Awa together with all the thousands of people worldwide from both the standard and the teen edition, and I would say from outside and inside of Reply. So let me say again, good luck to all the repliers participating or about to participate to the Reply Code Challenge on March the 10th. Thank you very much to Ozge and Suraj, part of the Reply Ambassador team. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me again.
Absolutely. Thanks to you, and good luck for your studies at university. There will be other opportunities as Reply ambassadors to meet and collaborate together. And thank you very much to the World Code Masters team here represented by you guys. Good luck to all of you as well, because the challenge is about to happen. Ready for it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you very much, guys, for being with us. This was the Ask Us Anything webinar on the Reply Code Challenge. We'll see on March the 10th. Register on challenges.reply.com and invite your friends as well to do so. Goodbye, everybody. Enjoy the night. See you on March the 10th.
Bye-bye.
Everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.